record button. I will publish, of course, the live of this thing afterwards. Lolo or Lula. It's actually Lolo, but he has a Lula on him. Like, anyway, I don't want to spoil anything. So you see my Instagram. This is what's happening at the moment. The state of the art in terms of image creation these days is not the Mid-Journey style. It's not the DALL-E 3 style where you prompt, you wait 10 seconds and then you get something. It's more about you prompt and the thing just evolves in real time. That's completely crazy. So we're going to dig more into this during this session. SDXL Turbo is the stability AI version of this. This week, Amazon released this Q model that is very enterprise oriented. I'm so curious about it. I haven't read a lot about that, so but I read enough and heard enough to think that Amazon again is going to kill it with low prices and very, very nice positioning to penetrate the enterprise world with this model. Teaser, from what I heard, Q from Amazon is supposed to enable pretty much any big company to feed the model with all the resources they have, all the documentation, all the products, everything that they have in their workflow, they integrate it to the model so that whatever the question, whatever the thing that you want to accomplish with the assistance of an AI model that is related to your company, you can accomplish that by just prompting something. Say, right, who is this customer that we had a deal with 5 years ago and it was about, I don't know, printing machines and we used to sell a lot of them in the month of March 5 years ago. What customer was that? So this thing, the model hasn't direct access to your database. Since it's Q from Amazon, it's well integrated. And this thing would say, yeah, of course, this customer was Canon and you actually sold, I don't know, 10,000 printers 5 years ago on the month of March. Is that the information you were looking for? Yes, no. And then you continue discussing with the thing. So this is what Amazon Q is about, I think. So we will read a little bit more about that. Big news review this week was Pika 1.0. Wow, I think this is a huge one as well. We're not talking about image here, we're talking about video. And again, I preserved myself to just dig into it all over the week, but it was all over the place for 2 days. Pika 1.0 enables you to prompt to video, and they raised a shitload of money, $55 million in one round. Then we have Ego. Ego Exo 4D. I was curious about this thing. We'll dig into it a little bit more later. We'll finish with the summary. But overall, it's about having multi-model approach of artificial intelligence. Here, what you see, and we will see like properly a little bit later, but what you see is someone repairing a bike and you have artificial intelligence analyzing everything that's happening in the room in real time and commenting this in a fashion that then this could be an assisted session where you are trying to repair your bike and there is a model nourished by all these scenes, and you have a model then while you're repairing your bike, you have a model able to say, no, just grab the tool that is on your counter over there. This is this tool that you need to repair that wheel that you are working on at the moment. This is called multimodality, and there are a few companies working on that at the moment, and Ego X04D has been released this week. We will dig more into this. Microsoft invests a lot in AI, 3.2 billion. It's dollars. Let's put a currency here. Dollars in UK. That can come pretty much last in the news. That's so incredible. And then it's not a piece of news. Then it's a question from me. Is human selling? So this thing, I don't know if you heard about that. If you haven't heard about that, we will cover what this is. It's called Humane. Human AI, Humane. It's a device. It's an AI device. It's like, I think I can pull that off. It's a little bit ridiculous. So it's an AI device that you just pin somewhere on your t-shirt here. It just observes everything you're doing all over the day, and then whatever the question you have about your day, this thing can answer, this thing can assist you. It's an AI assistant that is permanently pinned here. An extended version of your brain that is just pinned on your t-shirt. Right. Then we have extra resources, which are the potential pieces of news that you would have. And finally, we will have a little Raiko updates. If you have been watching some of the videos that I'm publishing here and there, not all of them talk about Raiko, but some of them do. Raiko is my own chatbot that I'm developing these days, and we will end up this live by just having a tour of this chatbot, just to update you about like the progress I'm making on the features. It's actually getting very nice, to a point that now it's not only about having a random assistant. It has a purpose, it has a tone of voice, and it has features. It has features, like this thing can do stuff now. It's really cool. So presenting this at the end, if you are still around, we'll try to get, like, let's try to get fast over these things, but not too much, right? The goal is to just to groom and to be impregnated with all this knowledge, to catch up with the week. So let's do it in a content format that is entertaining and cool, but like this is also a time for me to just be aware of what's happening. So please don't blame me if I'm sometimes a little bit too slow to just catch up with the proper articles and stuff. How does that sound? Do you have other resources? Do you have any other pieces of news that you would like to share that you've been running into over the week? And there is also this quote that I found quite cool and a little bit mysterious. I'm not to the level now that I can exactly understand why Jeremy Howard said that. I've dug into a little bit in the quote here. LLMs aren't going to make it. I'm trying to understand exactly what he means by this in this interview, but I didn't have time to watch it all. But yeah, overall, this guy is at the top in the industry in terms of machine learning and language models. He knows what he's talking about. And for now, what he says is that everything is going to cost so much money to run that LLMs are not satisfying in a return on investment point of view. And that this might be exactly what OpenAI with Q-Star has been working on. Like to go further than just language models that output language, but more multimodal models. Let's come back to this a little bit later. All right. Let's have a little question here for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there are 8 topics here. Can you tell me, out of 8, how many headlines you're completely discovering right now? Out of 8, are you discovering 8 out of 8, or is it like you were already aware 2, 3 of them, you already saw that over the week, so you're basically, you know what it's going to talk about? Out of 8, how many pieces of news here did you already know about? All right. See you, Jérôme. Thanks for popping in. It was really nice. Okay, I must apologize. I didn't have a real-time chat rendering. I was watching a stream of streams, so now I can see the messages that were here before. So did you see Grok from X? Yes, I see that passing. It's linked to X data in real time. We'll be able to check very quickly what have more chances to gauge. Yes, I think that this will be useful for Gaussian storytelling. That can be nice. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Grok for now I think has been more of a, Twitter had to release something to just show that they were on AI, that they could build a model that was relevant. I think it has a little Elon Musk touch, so it's a little bit funny. I haven't tested it, so I cannot exactly talk about it, but like maybe let's try to have a round of exploration on Grok AI, at least to read a little bit of feedback of what's happening there, and we could eventually maybe just completely test it. Okay, so you guys were pretty much aware of what was happening. No, 7 out of 8 means that you were discovering stuff. You were discovering most of the things that we're going to cover here. I think that's a good news, right? I was in the same situation this morning, almost, before gathering all these things, except headlines, so pretty much at the same level. Let's go and dive into it. Okay, AI model collapse. What the hell is AI model collapse? So, Model collapse happens when new AI models are trained on generated or synthetic data from older models. The new models become too dependent on patterns in the generated data. If you want to see the distribution, normal distribution, we're talking about the data that is used by a model to be nourished, to be trained, and how this normal distribution of data can be disturbed by its own data. Let's dig a little bit more into this. Normal distribution, data sets, model collapse. I had this image in mind that I've seen. Yes, exactly. So let's imagine you're feeding a model with your with a data set of images, right? You want to train your model to render ocean surf related images. That's the basic statement. Then you will feed this model with a lot of ocean related images. Most of them will just be someone surfing, someone surfing, someone surfing, someone surfing. Then there will be a woman surfing, woman surfing, woman surfing. Maybe a little bit less, like less of them. You will have most of them will be just a guy surfing, maybe a guy on the beach with a surfboard, maybe never. Then there is a little bit less surfer that are women, so like you would have a little bit of those images, and then you have those very weird images that make it that make it a real, genuine training data set, which would be two people on a surfboard, or one person and an animal. Like you can see those images sometimes of someone carrying a dog or whatever whatever kink it is they have with this animal they could carry. And this is a very weird image, right? This is an anomaly in the training data set. Well, this is what makes a genuine training data set, right? If you give everything, all these types of image to the model, when you ask for a specific thing, they will render an image that is quite accurate with what you ask with your prompt, because it has been both fed with standard images but also with like a little less common data. The problem is that AI generated images, they often fall into that category. They are corresponding, whether it is a language model, image model, sound model, they function with this next word, this closest matching probability way of functioning. So if you prompt something, they will most likely try to get as close as possible to what you're thinking about in the output by outputting something rather standard. Okay, this is the output would land here. The problem is that if you nourish an AI with just these things, with just these very standard images, then it won't have anymore this very weird images of the people surfing with the dog, or the women surfer even like will not be in the area. And when you go over various epochs like this, so 1, 2, 3 of nourishing, outputting the AI with its own data, well, you have, in the end, you don't have even like, you don't have a surfboard anymore. It's just a painting. It's just a color in the middle of the screen, and you have a blue background because it's supposed to be the ocean. But it fucks up completely because the thing is too standard. What does that mean for the AI world? It means that we're having a time at the moment where the proportion of content that is out there on the internet generated by AI is on the rise. It's going completely crazy. The texts, the images, very soon the videos and the musics. Like, we have to expect that more and more content will be AI generated in the future out there. So knowing that currently the models have been nourished by the data on the internet, and that this is going to most likely be the case in the future as well, how are they going to react to the fact that most of the data that is out there is actually coming from themselves? The answer that I saw like in the news so far is that it's gonna be bad. Model collapse consequences. But let's dig a little bit more into this. Let's see if there are like actually some pieces of news over there. Yep. Sorry for that. How synthetic training data breaks AI. I want to see numbers. Yeah, so what is this thing? Gaussian mixture model. A GMM is designed to separate data into clusters using a Gaussian distribution. What is a Gaussian distribution? Isn't it this... Gaussian distribution. Yeah, so that's the normal distribution, right? This is the normal thing. So when you have this distribution, what is up? With 50 regenerations, the data distribution is completely changed. By generation 2000, there was no longer any variance in the data. Right. Variational autoencoder, this is the first time I see this. The VAE was trained on real data and used to generate images of handwritten digits. The next generations were trained on model-generated data. As the generations progressed, the images got progressively blurred until each digit resembled a roughly uniform smudge. So I'm also learning the word smudge. I don't know what a smudge is. A smudge is... okay. All right, a smudge. That's it's like a piece of stuff aggregated together. Right. So I guess this is not a very easy to read number. Smudge could be that as well. All right, all right. So, okay, and LLMs was fine-tuned using only artificial model data in one scenario and a mixture of human-generated data. Artificial researchers found that although model performance degraded over time, some level of learning was possible with generated data. Still, the example given in the study showed several outputs from OPT125M responding to prompts of a medieval architecture in which fourth generation, it's very low, it's very low. Wow. So it just means that you don't have to fight so much with the model to get a very stupid output. Right, this is worrisome, especially for the large language models, which are the ones that I think are the most commonly used these days with ChatGPT. All right, was that clear? Chat here, like, did you get it? Did you get the concept of model collapsing? Should we stay a little bit more on this? Because I think it's interesting, but at the same time, we would have to find proper studies if we want to dig a little bit more into that. How about digging that more, or do we switch to the next news? What do you think? I like that. Like, I mostly wanted to be aware of what it was. How they're going to prevent that? Yeah, that's an interesting question. For example, here, although there is no agreed upon way to track LLM generating on that scale, one proposed option is community-wide coordination among strong. Yes, of course, they will have to coordinate at some point anyway, whether it is on a regulatory standpoint or just for the sake of the outputs. All right, I'm switching to the next news. I think we have pretty much everything we need here. I'm just going to save this article, which was an interesting one, in here. And just saying again, all this document of the 1st of December news review of this week, you will have access to that. Oh, you can. What's the best way for me to keep in touch, like with the people of a chat on Twitch? I saw the other day that I cannot share a link in the chat. I think, let's see, if I publish this thing, publish to web, and I just copy the web link, I think I'm not allowed to just paste it in the chat. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, wonderful. Right, let me also share the extra resources one if you want to. My ultimate If you just want to add any topic, that will be here, and I'm also allowing the edition. All right? Okay. The first page I've just shared is overall the recap, the whole recap of the AI news of the week, and the second one is the document of the extra resources, which is a place where you can just drop the links of the AI news that you found interesting. Right, model collapse. Got it. It's very dangerous. and probably will fuck up a little bit of the work that has been done at the moment, but this should have been expected. Let's switch to, I'm very curious about SDXL. It's been all over the place for 2 days or 3, something like this, so I really want to dig that. Let's have a look at it. Okay. Introducing SDXL Turbo, a real-time to-text image generation model. If you want to come back on anything, tell me, guys, right? If there is any piece of news or any reaction you have, let me know. Right, what is this? SDXL Turbo achieves state-of-the-art performance with a new distillation technology enabling to single-step image generation with unprecedented quality, reducing the required step to count from 50 to just 1. Boom! Means that you prompt something, it doesn't have to iterate 50 times, it just goes wild in one time. Let's see that video. That's just crazy, right? Clip drop. Clip drop is just the software. Oh no, that's actually on. This is their thing. Clip drop. So they named it otherwise. Like what? Okay. They have an API as well. Oh, someone is gonna build something with this tool very soon. Oh, and probably Raiko is going to integrate some of this stuff. I have some ideas. Wow, this is so cool. All right. All the tools, cleanup, image upscaler, relights. No. Oh, I want this. Of course I'm signing up. 10 times if needed. What emails do you want? Like, I'm giving you everything. Let's sign up with that one. All right. I'm anxious and I'm super happy at the same time. What the fuck? Like my live stream has stopped here. My live stream has stopped here. Right. What should we go for, guys? What do we want to test here? Probably something. I was thinking about surfing. I'm curious about what it could do. Sorry. Pink. No. I want to have something like, a weirdo. Do I have to press enter at any point? A weirdo surfing on a longboard on a Caribbean coast. I never know how to write Caribbean. It's crazy. Okay, I think this is. So it doesn't work at all. I'm extremely disappointed. This first test is absolutely a fail. What the fuck? All right. No. What if I'm just go like for a piece of cake under the sun? Hello. Right. So that doesn't work. Okay. There is a little bit of a. It's not under the sun, but okay. There is a little bit of a maybe emulating time. I'm not sure. So we are on clipdrop.co. Stable Diffusion new release that enable you to generate images in real time with just a prompt. Their promise is, how fast can you type? Right, so let's go back to this. A surfer barreling a wave made out of purple slime. Of very gluish purple slime. Very. It's moving. We can see it's moving. The surfer is actually very weird over there. Prompt me, guys. Like prompt me so that I can prompt there. Let's have a little fun. How fast can I type? A city guy walking in the street. Oh, right, already pro. Okay, now the real question: how much do they charge for this? 13 a month or 9 a month? Okay, chat. What do you think? 1 is too expensive. 0, it's perfect price. Or it can be even 2. Like let's say 0 perfect price, 1 too expensive, and 2 could be too cheap. What do you think? 0, 1, or 2? Too expensive, too cheap, or very good price? 13 per month, I'm not sure. Like on top of all the rest of the tools, 0 perfect price. Because I'm a big fan of Midjourney, right? Let's you know what? Let's compare what we can have as an output here. 1, 2, 2. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too expensive. You know what? Because like the rendering was actually super lame. The final one. Okay, it's live generated, but what the fuck? A surfer on a Caribbean beach. I have to know how to write that word at some point. Caribbean, Caribbean beach. Oh, that's the right one. Caribbean. No, fuck. I don't know how to write that word. That's how you write it. Caribbean. Okay, but there are no waves in Caribbean anyway. Like not so much on a Balinese beach. I don't know how to write Balinese either. On a Balinese surf spots. Yeah, but I have to pay now. That's super lame. Let's compare again. Clip code drop. I want to sign up with another account. So I can do basically 5 prompts, I think. 5 prompts with this thing. Let's test it out. So equal prompts. Let's surfer on a caribou. Perfect. A surfer on a caribou in Canada on Canadian shores. See, it actually looks like this kind of DALL-E 2 renderings or DALL-E 2 renderings where you have, what the fuck? Like, yes, when you take a step back, you're like, oh yeah, caribou and a guy. But if you get into details, most likely you will be disappointed. Like this thing doesn't have an eye, this thing doesn't have proper horns. This thing overall has thousands of horns. And if I go to Midjourney, here, puff, puff. Right, no other. Oh, I spoiled you so bad about Raiko. Oh, I spoiled you very, very, very bad. Yeah, Raiko, everywhere. This guy is so nice, right? This is my bro now. Okay, surfer on a caribou. Yes, you have to wait. That's the bad thing. You wait, and I agree on the use case. Live generated image is dope. But I think, Laurent, you will fall back on your previous vote on how expensive it is. Depending on the use case. If you have a very, very nice use case that you think about for live image generation, maybe it's worth the price, right? What would be the use case that you have in mind? Seriously, look at the difference of the quality of the renderings. This is actually a caribou. No, this is actually, there is not even a competition here. This guy is okay. His face is not perfect. Maybe I went a little bit too fast in my assumptions. No, this one is really cool. Come on. This one is really, really awesome. So this is actually a caribou. There is a little bug here with the horn that is not exactly attached to the body. But overall, look at the reflection of the water and the sun here on the... It's really great. You don't exactly know what those sticks are, but probably something that holds the caribou to the surfboard. The quality of the waves, wow. I mean, it's beautiful. And here his face is a little bit destroyed. Okay. But come on. This is a child. This is... So, what do we say, Lolo? Are you convinced, or do you think it's still? And oh, sorry. So the price of Mid Journey is around 20 per month. I don't remember. Mid Journey sub price. No, it's also 8 a month with annual subscription. And you're a little bit limited, right? You have 15 hours per month or something, but I think it's a decent price, like to get those things. I use Midjourney all the time. Yeah, he's convinced. All right. Let's take a second to think about amazing use cases that would, you know, with the API or whatever, you absolutely need to have live rendered images based on prompts. It's kind of related to the sentiment of urgency. You could have, or emergency, you could have someone who is asking for medical advice, or, right, my friend is not breathing anymore, what should I do? And I don't know, like the interface could just say, like, does he have something like this on his face? And you would see the thing, the picture evolving in real time to save someone on how to proceed or how to detect a symptom. There is a real emergency and there is a real need over there. But like with this quality, I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust the thing. Put a finger on that spot. Sorry, I'm just messing around with the nonsense. But like, it's cool. We're probably going to see some people developing some cool stuff over the next weeks with this API. I'm curious. Let's switch to the next piece of news. And yeah, the price is 9 per month, clean API, integrated cellular image processing indirectly. Yeah, the API is done for a lot of stuff, not just upscaling. I guess you can upscale in the same tool. So in case you're unsatisfied with the previous image that we have, you can upscale it here. Okay. Must be quite costly. All right, let's switch to the next piece of news. SDXL XL, super nice. Now, yeah, there was this little thing. Let's put the link of clip. So how was it? Clip drop. Yeah. Clip drop. I'm pinging this link over there if you want, guys. Where's Notion? Notion is here. And yeah, in case you didn't have the news, we have Stability AI CEO, Mohamed something, Emad Mostake, had a complex name. Hop. Decrypt. Yeah, the CEO is in danger. So it's quite an interesting season for AI companies CEOs. After Sam Altman, I don't know, maybe the board of Stability AI just decided that it was their turn to kick someone out. But yeah, Emad Mostake, let's have a picture of the guy so that you can remember his face. He's actually on the flyer of my news review thing. If you have ever seen it, downloads, where is it? Yeah, and yeah. So it's this guy here. This person is on the brink of being kicked out by his own board, as was Sam Altman. If you're new to the live at the moment, welcome, and I hope you're chilling so bad on this Friday afternoon. We're reviewing the second piece of news, the third, let's say, piece of news of the week, AI related. I'm Tristan, happy to be your host here. Drop a hi and why you're here in the comments, what type of news you're interested into. We'd be happy to read about that. Currently reviewing this news about Stability AI in turmoil, CEO under pressure. So this guy, Emad Mostake. So, did they kick him out? No, they didn't. They didn't, and he resisted. It's just an internal document, I think, from what I've read. But overall, from what I understood, thanks to the AI Breakdown podcast, is that they're not making the numbers. The math doesn't work. They have a burn rate, I think, of something around 8 million per month. Yes, 8 million with an M. We're talking dollars, right? And they just make 2 or 3 million in revenue. So every month they're just throwing by the window $5 million, which is probably why they are kicking the guy out, like they're willing to do it. So what happened exactly? To step down company, leaving the firm over. They want to be bought, I think, according to the companies behind popular stable diffusion. Bloomberg, so the American technology investment company. Coatue, yeah, this is the main investor of Stability AI. Okay, maybe he was just not a nice manager. So they probably will sell at some point if they're. That's what they do, right? Promising companies with awesome staff, awesome skills, awesome products, but they're not matching the numbers. Usually, what they do is that they allow themselves to be bought. The board just want to sell, and then you put a damn good CEO of, like, I don't know, a previous executive of Salesforce or whatever, big like money machine companies, and you just put that guy over there, and boom, he turns it into an even bigger money machine with putting subscriptions everywhere and stuff. And it's true that Stability AI so far has released damn good models, but in terms of revenue, they're not here. You don't know about any products. Yeah, Jasper is actually cool, but you don't know so much about any product that Stability AI has released that you're using on a daily basis that just makes it a little bit revenue profitable for them, right? Yeah. Earlier this month, Stability VP of Audio resigned of the company. Justification of training AI model with copyrighted material. Oh, you don't want to go that way. Oh no, this is a very sensitive topic, guys. Like, if you're not familiar to this, we will maybe cover that in a dedicated piece of news one day. What material exactly you're allowed to train your model with? Is it cool to just take a J.K. Rowling full piece of work that J.K. Rowling, like Harry Potter, that she basically took her life to write, and you just train your model with this thing, and then someone's comes after your training, and they just go on ChatGPT or whatever, like Stable Diffusion, whatever, like we're talking about LLM here, and they just say, right, write me a 30-page or 100 or 50, 500-page essay book in the style of J.K. Rowling, maybe make it just about another type of Witcher than Harry Potter, and there you have it. You have your book that in the style of J.K. Rowling, and crap, like this woman took all her life to produce something like this, and you just took it, gave it as a feeding material to a model, and so suddenly it doesn't become copyright protected. There is a big issue here. There is a big gray zone, and currently we're currently having the first lawsuits about that in the US. I think they're gonna follow very soon. The first lawsuits, they're mostly about written articles, written materials, and images. And I think very soon we'll have like video copyrighted materials and audio copyrighted materials as well, lawsuits that will follow. And probably within a year or two, regulation will be stronger thanks to, the decisions of the judges and I don't know, in French we call that jurisprudence. I don't know exactly how you say that in English. Jurisprudence, translate. Jurisprudencia, sí. Jurisprudence, right. Jurisprudence. So probably some jurisprudence will emerge this year, and it's already over. So 2024, about what materials exactly you're allowed to give to your training model, to the training of your model to train it. Right, so overall, this company has done amazing stuff. The CEO is maybe not the right one at the moment. They're not making so much revenue. They might be bought somehow, and also they train their model on copyrighted work. Ooh. Okay, Stability AI, to be continued. Wish you the best, even though you want to play with the right rules, right? Okay. That was it for Stability AI, coverage of this week. Let's switch to the next piece of news. We'll have this little divider here to just separate what we covered from what we haven't. Crea, SDXL. We haven't exactly looked at Crea, and you know what? I'm a little bit afraid to go over there because I applied for the beta, I think last week, and I'm in the big regrets to just tell you that I haven't been accepted, I think. Let's see. No, I didn't receive an invitation code. If anyone among you have an invitation code, please just give it to me. I want to test this tool. This thing is amazing. It's a little bit more, it's not about prompt and live, it's not about prompting and the image appears. It's about you drawing some stuff on the left and you prompt in something on the right, in the middle, sorry. And then on the right, there is an image that appears that corresponds to your prompt, but with the instructions of how it's supposed to roughly look like on the left of your screen. Okay, coming back on it one last time. You have on the left a basic drawing of what you want to see, a prompt to tell exactly what you want to see, and then thanks to these two elements on the right of your screen, you have another box with the live generated image that exactly mixes what you want with how you want the things to be organized. So let's just see a video of it so far. This guy has tons of video about Crea.ai, and this is what it looks like. You roughly design something on the left. No, let's have a video of Crea.ai demo. Right.
Now artificial intelligence can generate ad creatives automatically. The program is called Ad Creative AI, and it helps market.
You see what I mean? Like you have this prompt here, top view of a girl lying in a field of red poppy flowers, dreamy, whimsical green grass. Okay, and you tell on the left how exactly you want things to be organized, because maybe you wanted the girl to be on the left, on the right. Position her exactly as you wish, the colors and stuff. Oh yeah, of course you can just renourish the thing. That's really great. Please, someone give me access to that tool. I want to play with this thing. It's so cool. Oh, butterflies. Look. They're gonna appear. Of course they appear. Oh wow. Where are we going? Like, where is this world going to land? It's just been 1 year that this thing is 1 year. Okay, yesterday we celebrated 1 year of ChatGPT and this thing. Butterflies are flying. Now we have flying butterflies. It's just been 1 year. So it's cool. This is actually not exactly the best use case. Yeah, right. Since it's putting, the person is putting a third butterfly here, I guess this is what is nice now. But one of the problems, specifically because one of the problems that we have with image generation lately was that if you had a prompt saying to Midjourney, let's see that right now. Look at what happens if I go to Midjourney and I just say, imagine 5 surfers. I want exactly 5 surfers on the same wave. HD picture, ultra realistic rendering. And let's say sunset light. Who thinks that Sorry, I didn't know that the video was actually also streamed. The sound of the video was actually streamed here. Sorry for that. I will know for next time. Who thinks that we will actually see appearing? This disappears. This disappears. Who thinks that we will actually see on the screen 5 surfers with this exact number? Because this is what I prompted, right? If you think that we will have 5 surfers from Midjourney with the last version of it, press 1. If you think that we won't have 5 surfers because, I don't know, it's just fucked up, press 0. And we will just reveal the result in a second. 0, so we have Lolo and Lilka thinking that it's probably not going to render. So I do have the results here. Okay, it's a middle ground. It's a middle ground because there are 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then here, what the fuck? Yeah, they're shitty numbers. They're definitely shitty numbers, that's for sure. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the fuck? Like, what is it? What is so complicated with my prompt to just ask for 5 surfers and it's just one image out of 4 that renders the correct thing? If we go to DAL-E, number 3, now it's getting good at this. Where did I use it already? DAL. Yeah, it's in ChatGPT overall. So, ChatGPT, hey, generate an image. I always say hey to ChatGPT. Please, like, don't make me fun. Don't make fun of me. I don't know. Maybe one day those AI things they will turn against us. I'm optimistic. Of course they won't. If they do, they will just remember that this guy was always saying hi. Like, it might be superstitious. Do you say hi? Like, are you polite? Are you polite with your own AI models? Don't be shy. Like, tell me if you're polite or not. It's actually fun how people treat their AI. Maybe it says a lot about you, right? I have a friend. Hey man, he's a programmer. Like, basically, like, of course there is no empathy. There is no need for empathy. But it's not about empathy. It's about taking having a cautious approach on how. on how you talk to your AI. And we have Lil Coxy that says, I usually say thanks. Okay, I think I say thanks as well. Like, let's watch some previews. No, I think like once it's done, it's just done. Like, I don't say thanks. I say thanks and next prompt if I have a next prompt, but I think I don't say thank you overall. What? No, I'm talking about this. Right. So I'm overall like quite dialogue-ish with those things, right? Okay. Generate an image of 5 surfers on the same surfing the same wave. So DAL-E number 3, which is the version that is used by ChatGPT at the moment, if you use the paid version of ChatGPT, which enables you to use ChatGPT 4, has DAL-E integrated, and this thing actually now is good at respecting the exact prompts that you put. So if you say 1,000 surfers, it will put 1,000 surfers. If you put 5 surfers, it will put 5 surfers. This is not 5 surfers. I'm so disappointed. Wow, so you understand why Crea.ai is making a ton of noise, right? It's because they're so bad, they suck big time at respecting the exact prompt that you want. And by the way, ChatGPT has an awful rendering, like DAL-E 3, I mean. I've been super disappointed lately when I was trying to generate some images for a project, and DAL-E 3 went under, in my opinion. Still, for me, the big winner is Midjourney, and we might have some competition on the rise with tools like Crop. How is it? It's Crea.ai, and the other one is ClipDrop. All right. Next piece of news, Crea.ai to be followed. If anyone at some point finds an invitation for Crea.ai, please send it over. I want to test and I want to have fun with this tool. I think it's a good one. All right. Amazon Q, Pika, Ego, Exo4D, human. Do you have an inspiration, guys? Tell me if you have something that you want to go next for, so that we save you some time. It's also your live. I want to be respectful of your time. It's already been an hour that we're together. Usually it's Friday afternoon, so you might have something going on. If it's not some cheese-related evening, it might be just some chilling nights, Netflix and chill at your place. So tell me if there is any piece of news that you're specifically attracted to in there. I can cover it in priority. By default, I will just go to Amazon Q. Okay, Amazon Q has been released this week, and it's an enterprise dedicated. I haven't saved any article. They announced it at their conference. I don't remember the name. Conference release. Chatbot for corporate customers. Let's take a Bloomberg thing. If I can read it without paying, it could be nice. Of course not. Oh, that was just a login thing? No. Interesting. Okay, so this is a Amazon article. Let's try to find the New York Times. Can I read New York Times without paying? Yes. No. Haha. Yeah, I don't pay anything. Can you see that? Like, I'm such a... Je suis tellement une pince. How do you say that in English? I'm so... I don't remember how you say exactly. Business Insider. Okay, here we are. So overall, what is the Amazon Q description by Amazon? Introducing Amazon Q, a new generative AI-powered assistant. It's a preview. Today we're announcing Amazon Q. Amazon Q is your business expert. They're so pragmatic. They really they don't care about how they sell stuff. Amazon, it's crazy. They're so straight to the point. So this is what it looks like. Amazon Q. Okay. If you were expecting that I was just about to sign up for Amazon Q, I probably don't have the budget. One. And yeah, it's a long process usually to sign up on Amazon stuff. So like I don't want to bother you. We'll just probably going to cover articles. If you want me to do a full review of that thing in a later time, let me know. There are add-ons to get full articles for free. Oh no. Oh, I didn't know this and it's bad. Send it over. Send me the links. Oh, what a suggestion. Who could think about having full articles for free? I pay for content when it's not for free already. Send the links. Blink twice if you want to send the link. Did you see that thing? I think it was about Sam Altman. He was kicked out, and one of the best tweets that made me so laugh was like one day or two after he's been kicked out. There is an announcement, and the first comment I see is, Altman, blink twice if you've been if AI has taken control of OpenAI. I found it so funny. AI is taking control, kicking out Sam Altman from the thing, and Altman being like, they took control. Okay, GitLab, Magnolia, paywalls, Firefox clean. I would have to use Firefox, man. Fuck this, really. Like, I don't like Firefox. But okay, like for articles, for the sake of this live. There's the same thing for Chrome. Okay, amazing. Thank you. If you, I will probably dig that, or if you want to drop the link, like I will consult this, of course. Let's have a recentering on Amazon Q, your AI-powered expert. Draft a professional email, explain a concept, brainstorm ideas, plan a workshop, summarize a report. It's so corporate already, right? New conversation. Looks like pretty much any chatbot. There is now an obvious UI, right? A user experience even around chatbots, how they are supposed to be to look like, and you can already break some rules. I like that. We will cover at the end of this session Raiko, the chatbot I'm developing at the moment. I think I could even like cover it now just to. Do you want to see Raiko? If you want to see Raiko now, I can just cover it and to see how similar it does look like to this thing. Otherwise, I can keep that for I can keep that for later. Okay, we have one Raiko here. One from 2 or 3 Raiko. Go Raiko. Go Raiko. The guy is he's real, you know. Like this is a dude. We want to support this guy. We all want to see Raiko. Pressure time. Okay, Raiko. So Raiko is a chatbot that I'm developing these days, and it pretty much looks like a chatbot. So that's why I was thinking about it now. And okay, setup time. You asked for it. This is going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to close those things to let some room for a nice demo localhost thing. Okay. Where should I start? Maybe just by starting the servers and dropping into it right away, right? Okay, we'll want to see Raiko. I think we're gonna like looks. Someone just dropped the live just because we're going for Raiko. You know, like I'm not dropping the news anymore. All right, it's okay. Now we're in. So Raiko is for now a chatbot. I'm just going to start the servers, the local environment, so that you can see what it is about. So we have on one side a React app, and on the other side that interacts with a Python Flask application. So I'm just going to start first to activate the environment. Okay. I think it's API, yes. Is it? Okay. Assistant ready, and then on the front end, npm start. And here we go. Oh, hey dude. Oh, right. This is, he changed face first. You can see that he changed face. He did a little AI surgery, if that's a thing. Is it a thing? I think AI surgery will definitely be a thing. So yeah. Let me introduce you to Raiko. I need feedback, like in real time. Otherwise, I just don't know what to do, what to say. What do you think about this thing? So it's very exploratory. This is the first kind of real demo I'm making of this. So, all right. So Raiko is supposed to help me and go surfing here around Canary Islands for now. This is the use case I want to work on. To have this guy helping me, especially with this thing. What is the surf forecast for the next 6 hours in Las Americas and Baja Mar? These are the 2 spots I'm using on a daily basis. The problem is that if I go and ask that to ChatGPT, version 3.5, which is the thing, so let's be clear here. If you pay ChatGPT and you go on ChatGPT, you can have access to internet. So if I just ask, what's the forecast for the next 6 hours in Baja Mar? Let's just go for one spot in Baja Mar, in Tenerife. What is the surf forecast? Yeah, it does a search with Bing. It's connected with the internet, and you will have the results here. They will be processed by the assistant. The assistant here is not exactly an assistant. It's ChatGPT. You don't have a control on the tone. You don't have a control over the answer that's here. You don't have a control over the data, the very specific data it actually fetches, or it is nourished with. But you have the thing. Bear with me. You will understand what is the purpose of this thing over here. So, if you want to build your own tool, and you don't want people to interact with ChatGPT, you can actually build your own GPT. This you probably heard of. You go on OpenAI. Here, you log in. And once you're in, you just can create your own GPT. I don't remember where it is, but you can do it. overall playground, assistant, chat. Yeah, you can create your GPTs from here. You can even give them some documents. You can give them a lot of instructions, a tone. You can tell them how to behave. But once again, it will all happen on a openai.com domain and on this very page of the ChatGPT interface. It's not your thing. You're not proprietary of that thing. So if you want to build your own chatbot powered by the API of OpenAI, you have to use this external API, and this thing doesn't have access to internet. It's just an API. Like, right, they don't make the search for you. You have to find a way to fetch the internet. So you use what you call basically assistance functions, that you code your own function and your assistant will understand that by saying this, what is the surf forecast in the next 6 hours in Las Americas and Bahamas, it will understand that you want to execute that function that will fetch API data from an external API, which has nothing to do with OpenAI or anything. It's called Weather API or something. And then it will just fetch the data. And I'm just going to just run it because I think it's time. So what is the surf forecast for the next 6 hours in Las Americas and Bahamas? Oh, you can actually not see the answer because it's here. I'm masking it with my own face. Okay. So it's a little bit long, yeah. The API of OpenAI is a little bit long, and they're working on it to make it more efficient. And there is also a problem with this window that you cannot see everything, right? Okay, here we have it. Nose riding along, back on the beach, asking TT build why it's taking so long. It's taking a long time, more than usual. I'm surprised. Is it happening correctly in the background at least? Okay, it's completed, should be good. Obviously, a surfer here has to be patient, right? There is a room for optimization and to be sure that they can not be bored out of...
Yo, TD. For the next 6 hours, here's the surf forecast for Las Americas and Bahamar. Las Americas. Waves are about 1.86 meters high, coming from 277 degrees with a period of 8.75 seconds. Wave height stays pretty gnarly at 1.88 meters, slightly shifting direction to 279 degrees and a period of 8.9 seconds. Waves hold...
I think you got it, right? You got it. There is a... It is responsive, mashallah. Of course it's responsive. Oh, the mashallah just killed me. It's responsive, mashallah. Are you still in Tunisia, by the way, or are you back? So this is a specificity here of your own assistant. So first thing first, it's my own interface. I do whatever I want here. You came back yesterday night, all right. I can do whatever I want with this interface. If I want to make something responsive, I can. If I want to make something that's not responsive, I can. If I want to put this whole interface in pink, I can. This is my own thing. I'm not interacting with a lame GPT. Right? It's not OpenAI interface, it's mine. Second, it has access to internet thanks to the function I have developed. And this thing understands whatever parameter I want to give it. So let's do another demo. Reloading the thing. Now I kind of want to impress you a little more. So it sounds a little bit easy because I just clicked here, what is the surf forecast for the next 6 hours in Las Americas and Bahamas? Let's actually click here and give a audio instruction, not for 6 hours. Let's do it for the next 12 hours. Hey, Raiko, what's up? Can you give me the next surf forecast for the next 12 hours in Las Americas and Bahamas, please? It's probably going to take a little bit of time as well. Here's my audio message if you want to listen to it again. Let me reduce this thing. Yeah, no, it's not that ideal display with the chat and the windows here and stuff, but this is what we got at the moment. What is happening in the background? let's see. This is what it does, right? It calls the getSurfData function, and it goes and surfs the data from the API that I've been working on, which is it's this one, getSurfData, and the data comes from marin-api.open-medio.com, and it comes with these coordinates that I've instructed. So nothing completely fancy. The only
Yo,
variable.
TD, got the surf forecast ready for you, dude. For Las Americas, in the next 12 hours, wave heights are starting at around 1.86 meters and will slightly decrease to 1.74 meters. Wave direction is shifting from 277 degrees to 305 degrees. The wave period is consistently cool.
Right. I don't want to lose you with all this description. Actually, there are some stuff that might be a little bit not easy to understand if you don't actually practice this amazing sport that is surfing. And for the location in the Bahamas, I just didn't pronounce it correctly. I made a little mix-up. Look like you're actually grab data for Bahamar. If you want the Bahamas, I need to make another grab. But anyway, Bahamar. So it actually fetched for 12 hours. As you can see here in my code, the only variable that I've instructed for this function is actually the number of hours for the forecast. So how it works, very, very, like in a nutshell, overall, when you create an assistant, if you want the thing to not just be a ChatGPT that is just for you, you have several instructions that you can pass it. One of these instructions is very easy. For example, it's this thing. Okay. When I run the assistant here, I just ask it to address its instruction, address the user as TT on a friendly and surfer bro tone. That's why it says like yo bro or hey TT or whatever. This is quite easy. So far, so good. Now, if you want it to, I don't know, book a room through your API, if you want it to give you the weather, if you wanted to book a train, if you wanted to book a meeting, I don't know why it's all about booking, but if you want it to do stuff for you with functions, you have to tell it that you have functions. So this is what I did here. There is a function that I gave it a name. And the description is very important here. The description is actually what will be used by the model to recognize that the user has been asking for this function to be executed. Here, if I say, hey, Raiko, what is the current price of the strawberry on the strawberry market worldwide? It will just process this sentence and will see that it doesn't match with this thing, so it won't call the function. Now, if I'm just asking for the surf data, it will recognize that it's the name of the function and it's also in the name of the description, in the description string. So it will actually start to use this function. It will look for one required variable, which is the forecast hours, and the default is 12, and it will execute the function for me. I will spare you the details, but this is how you get your assistant to actually do stuff for you. This is incredible. Most of the chatbots that we have over there, out there in the world, they're not able to retrieve a variable, to extract it, standardize it. Here it's as a number for hours, but it would be as also a number for coordinates of new places. Can be to standardize a string that just tells the mood about something. Overall, this functions thing is amazing at standardizing a variable out of an input of a user and to activate a function that you coded, that you instructed, thanks to this input of the user. This is next generation implementation of GPTs, of overall language models pretty much everywhere in all applications. I could spend more time to talk about all this. In the meantime, instead of that, I just want to play a little bit with the thing. So let's have a little joke here. Hopefully it's a little bit faster than when it actually asks for the function. Come on. I want that joke. I want it now. Come on, a surf joke. Raiko, you're lame as fuck. You're taking so long. It's taking long. Like, this API is not still yet the best option, but in some aspects it's awesome. In some others it's a little bit too long. And people are complaining about it on the forums and stuff. It has never been so long. Maybe it's also because I'm streaming some stuff at the same time.
Yo, TD, what did the ocean say to the surfer? Nothing. It just waved.
Oh.
Keep shredding those gnarly waves, dude.
I love the fact that it calls me dude every time. I feel like it's really my bro. So this guy is really my friend now. I can clearly tell that. And the wave is actually the joke is actually awesome. Right. Final feature. If you wanted a full demo of Raiko, I can give it some documents and just say, hey, whatever documents. Let's see. Let's just have a PDF. Surf progression. What is this thing? No. No. What is this thing? Oh, perfect. This is a description for to search for a mid-level Solidity developer for a project. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 page PDF that I'm going to instruct. This is a user sending a PDF live to Raiko saying, what are we gonna say? We're gonna say, what question could we ask actually? Okay, you know what? Just some standards thing. Hey Raiko, what can you tell me about the content of the PDF I've just sent you? Very simple. There is a file attached that is appearing here. Just reducing the window a little bit. And so let's see what it does. Is it going to be able to fetch any data, interesting data, out of the 5 pages of PDF that we have there? In the test I've run before, it worked. Hopefully it works again now that I'm doing this demo. And this is usually the longest feature. So I guess it's been already long times of processing already, like since the beginning of this demo. I guess it's gonna take almost 1 minute, maybe 45 seconds. I try to make a little bit like of a private jokes here for people. Like if you know those guys, Toledo is the actually #1 surfer in the world these days. This is me. We have like John Florence, amazing one, like from Tahiti, Hawaii. He's a dope. Toledo. And then we have Ophélie Hao Kuen. You want to check that Instagram account. Probably one of the most satisfying surfers to watch out there. Of course, for the quality of her surfing. Why would you ask? All right. Attach files, mid-level Solidity developers. Let's have a look at the documents just a little bit before we have an answer. So Solidity, mid-level Solidity developer. So it should answer something around the project.
All right, TD.
Oh, here we have.
I totally caught a glimpse of what's rolling in this PDF wave, and here's the chill rundown. So we're talking about a rad gig for a mid-level Solidity developer to join the crew at this project called Galleon. It's all about DeFi. That's like decentralized finance, bro. And it's this perpetual futures trading protocol.
It calls me bro like
basically,
every sentence.
You make calls on whether trading pairs will go up or down in price. And if you're stoked to be right, you earn from those on the wipeout side. Galleon's got these killer unique features. Think gamified trading experience, low liquidity.
Right, I think we, yeah, bro. I think we got it. I think we got the spirit of Raiko. And I can restart the conversation. I don't know if this button still works. Does it still work? Yeah, it still works. Right. So we have the random ChatGPT features, which are you just interact with an API that is as powerful as what you get with ChatGPT, right? is ChatGPT 4 Turbo that is behind. So if you tell it to just tell you a joke or general knowledge as the best surf spots in Canary Islands, it should be able to answer. There are some audio features integrated. You can talk to the thing and it will talk back to you. There is a file integration that enables you to nourish the current thinking with a PDF, a CSV file, like an Excel file, Word, probably text files. Not so much more, like images, no, doesn't process images. The API doesn't, it's not like I didn't implement it. The API doesn't support files like pictures and videos so far. Neither does it with an MP3. MP3 processing is another endpoint that I used. And it comes back with a text, an audio. And finally, here we have a special integration of the function calling mechanism that enables you to integrate within your assistant any function you want, any function you coded that enables you to execute some other pieces of code. I'm done with this demonstration. Thank you so much for sticking with me, these 5 people that are here until now. Lovely. I hope you like Reiko. If you have any ideas of where this thing could go, if you're curious, if you had some things that you wanted to ask this guy, let me know, because I'm going to work on that thing actually. I like the idea of providing a AI-powered experience for people who want to surf in Canary Islands overall. What are the best spots? Where can I rent good gear? And the key use case for me is I'm waking up and I just don't want to scroll every single spot of the island, the forecasts, to understand where is actually the best conditions for me to surf at, depending on my level. So I want to nourish this assistant with the most relevant knowledge about the island, the different spots that we have here, so that when I ask this question in the morning, this thing can just say, hey, Tristan, given your level and the thing that I know about you, probably today the best shot is to do nothing, just wait for tomorrow, because today the conditions are shit. It's too big for you or it's too small. You should go tomorrow. It's perfect in Bajamar at 6 p.m. Boom. That would be so cool. So I think this is missing in the landscape of surfing applications, and this is a small use case I have in mind. But if you have anything that you want to see here, or that any idea that you want to share, please feel free to share. It would be awesome. Thank you so much. Wait, just falling down. Okay. Let's say that we're getting close to the end, because I don't want to spend the whole afternoon on this thing, and we barely covered the topics we had to cover yet. If you're just landing here right now, or if you're here for just a few minutes, this thing is a news review of the top news of the week. We just had 10-15 minutes around another tool that I'm coding these days, and now we're back on the news. We covered so far the AI models collapse, Crea and SDXL Turbo from Stability AI. We also covered a little bit of Amazon Q. We didn't do so much about Amazon Q, but it's so corporate. Let's maybe switch to something else. Pika, come on, Pika was all over the place for a few days. Let's watch this demo video. Let's go to that tweet and watch the video that they pinned on their profile, by the way. So if I just go there, I'm watching a video again. I'm not sure exactly how to manage the audio input to be sure that you're not overwhelmed. I'm gonna cut the mic for a second just to watch the video. We gonna take it to the What the fuck? Oh, Lolo, thank you so much for being here. It was awesome to have you. Like, really nice. Thank you. Thanks so much for the support, and hopefully see you next week as well. If you see some good pieces of news during the week before next live, just let me know. Send them over. I will cover them during this hour and a half of news coverage. Wow, Pika 1.0 is sick. I've been a little bit on their Discord over the past weeks before they released that thing, and I was not so impressed. If you're familiar with Runway, HeyGen, or Gen number 2 from Runway, you know how it goes these days with video generation, right? You just prompt something, and a little bit like the first days of DALL-E 2 or the first days of Midjourney, you can be easily disappointed. You have something that doesn't really relate to what you were asking, or it's blurry, or it doesn't work. Overall doesn't work. Now it does. I don't have anymore the Pika access. I don't know why, where it is, but so this is, do I need to actually show more? Probably could be cool to have a tour of their website, pika.art. Oh, I'm already on the wait list. Did I receive any wait list? I'm sure I haven't. Those bastards probably just left me on the side. Pika.art. Did I receive anything? Come on, no! Of course, no. Okay, but like as you can see, everyone is talking about it. It's making a huge noise because they're going to the next level. Let's have a free of noise, free of sound. Stop watch of this thing. So it's about prompting, of course. What the current state of the art is on Runway that you can generate short clips. Let me show you the current state of the art thing. I think I still have some credits on Runway. So if you have never used it, I will show you now what it looks like before Pika. What was the state of the art? And let's go for this Runway Gen 2. Yes, and yes. Okay, so welcome to Runway M Machine Learning, Runway ML. This thing is meant to generate all sorts of things. You can have, I think you have a prompt to image, you have image to image, and you can animate stuff. They position themselves very quickly on video. Let's start right away with an image. Sorry, something went wrong. Okay, no worries. I want to generate a video then. Okay, generate a video, start with text. So since we were playing already with some, what was it? Was caribou surfing? I like this vibe. What was it? It was exactly a surfer on a caribou on Canadian shores. All right, let's try that for Runway Gen 2. This is the state of the art up to last week, before Pika 1.0. So I will generate a 4 seconds preview. Let's see what it does. So I'm queued. Can take a little bit of time. You know what? Everything seems to take a little bit more time today. It's probably because I'm streaming, I guess. It was a little bit faster during the tests yesterday, this thing. So this is what we have for the text to image, and I want at the same time to run the image to image. Okay. So the image to image, we're just going to take this Midjourney output here. Which one do we take? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, the one is really dope. It has a very nice vibe. Let's take the one. 55% of text to video, and we're going to take this for the image to video thing. All right. So here we are. Start with image. And now I'm just going to drop this thing. There we go. Have you heard already about Runway or Pika case? Have you ever used or heard about those tools? Runway Gen 2 enables you to do either some text to video or image to video. Have you ever heard about this thing? And Pika, who just released something this week. Have you heard about Pika before? No, never. All right. So this is a discovery also. It's quite cool. Like, I mean, wow, like 1 year ago we were so far away from imagining that we could do that. This 4 seconds clip has been just generated with a prompt, right? A surfer on a caribou on Canadian shore. Most of anyone, like anyone would have been super satisfied with just this image a year ago, right? So this is a 4 seconds kind of slow-mo version of what I asked. Okay, how do we rate this? So my prompt was a surfer on a caribou on Canadian shores. Is that a 0 out of 5, a 5 out of 5, 3 out of 5? How satisfied are we exactly? And then we have this one, image to video. And it's gonna take a little bit of time as well. And of course, it's going to be a little bit more convincing, probably because like, it's just going to animate the current content of the thing. But this is what you get at the moment. And Pika is just going through the roof with this thing that enables you to generate. Obviously, it seemingly was more than 4 seconds clips, of course, in all kind of style that you can prompt the style of the thing. You can edit live. Wow, in the video at the end you can see that the guy makes pose, I think, and he just squares the eyes of the monkey and says like, here I want sunglasses. And boom, you have a video of the same monkey but with sunglasses. It's completely sick. It's completely crazy. So, how are we doing with our image to video? Almost there. I could extend, I think I can extend this thing to more extend 4 seconds. So I would have an 8 seconds clip then. All right, can be nice. Oh, here is the result with the image. And let's go. Yeah, all right. I never asked for slow motion. I guess this is what they can do. I guess this is what they can afford these days with their current models. Otherwise, it gets too shitty if they plan the thing, if they authorize the thing to have just wide and wild movements. Would be too hard to generate. So they just make it slow-mo with some elements that are moving. If you remember this thing that we just saw about Pika 1.0 demo. These are entire scenes, and they move. I'm thinking about this raccoon or this animal that you can see going from a place to a food truck or whatever. And this is crazy. Some stuff is actually happening on the screen. It's not just this, right? It's not just an element moving in the background. All right, buggy stuff. Let's adjourn this piece of news for Pika 1.0. If you were not aware, now you are. It's out there, and it's completely crazy. Only on alpha or beta at the moment. I'm a little bit frustrated I cannot get access to it. Maybe I should still try to get on their Discord very quickly. Pika.art. Yeah, I know I'm on the thing. Let's go on the Discord. I was not on Pika yet. Oh wow, 500,000 people. I'm here for fun. And for work as well, yeah. I'm more of a computer engineer. And I'm studying AI these days, yeah. Recent updates, events, daily theme, nothing. Finish. Getting started, rules, video tutorials, prompt tutorial, after peak discussions, prompt help, feedback story. So there is no channel. Oh yeah, you can generate. So this is what you could do with Pika before they released their thing. This is not, I think this is not Pika 1.0. This is the kind of runway ML version. No way. It feels like the early days of DALL-E, right? It's a little bit experimental still. It's funny, but not really something that you can use outside a funny use case. This thing is barely moving. So this, it's not the first time I fall on this Discord. This Discord actually, and these channels, they just enable you to just play around with their tool of generating videos with text, but it's not Pika 1.0 that's just been released and that seems to be protected with early access list. So let's remain connected about this. This is not exactly what I want to say, but it's okay. Here we are with the news of the week. We have covered this thing. Is human selling? I just want to know about that, right? Is human selling? So human, if you're not aware, is this thing. Human is the human AI pin, is now available to order. Right, it's available to order. That was November 16, and people were like, oh, right, AI on us, on a device. Wow, this is crazy. Let's have a deeper look into it now if it actually went crazy. So this is the announcement. They have cool videos to announce their stuff. And one of them being, it's about little use cases. Like you're in the street, yeah, perfect. It's exactly this kind of stuff.
Yes, dragon fruits are low in sugar. AI pin.
All right, this.
Can I eat this?
Yes, dragon fruits are low in sugar.
Can I eat this? Yes, dragon fruits are low in sugar. We have to assume here that the girl and the AI share this common knowledge that the girl shouldn't eat too much sugar, and that this thing recognizes with the little camera that's here that it's dragon fruit and that dragon fruits are low in sugar, which, by the way, if you have never tasted, are delicious. Here we have another stuff.
Did we play songs from the last time we were here?
AI pin.
Here the prompt was, can you play the song of the last time we were here? So the thing is aware of your location, of the music you like, the musics you like, the musics you heard, and it actually can play some music. I'm really skeptical about the quality of the music that could go out of a pin of this size, but it's something, right? So another little use case. Then we have this thing.
Lucy called and your
which I think is the real like New Yorker, the real New Yorker shit. You know, like I'm busy and I need this thing to just help me with my day.
Catch me up.
Lucy called and your flight is at 7 a.m.
Tell Lucy I'm on my way.
AI pin.
Another use case, I'm busy, catch me up. The thing answers, yeah, you have a flight at 7 and Lucy is waiting for you somewhere. Okay, tell Lucy this, tell Lucy that. It's an assistant. This thing costs, how much do you think this thing costs? How much do you think the human AI pin is worth? And the answer is $700 almost. So is it selling? That's the question I was asking myself 2 weeks after the release. So human AI pin sales news. So that's 3 weeks ago. Now I want to no. I don't want 3. I want 1 week max. Trying to push hand gesture. Sorry, but human speed is not a smartphone replacement. Ew, but interested when the device went on sale. Let's ask ChatGPT with access to internet. Maybe we can have an answer. How good is selling the human AI pin released 16 November? I'm pretty sure it doesn't sell. My bet is that this thing is a good first joiner on the market of AI-powered hardwares. But 700, the use cases are cool, but they're not killing. Like it's just, it doesn't make coffee. It's start shipping in 2024. Usually this kind of stuff, if they really, really work, they are sold out on the website. Human AI pin, order AI pin now. AI pin. Yeah, the website is cool though. All right, we don't have the answer to our question. Next, and this is probably the last topic. This is a little bit complicated. I don't want to dig into that so much. Microsoft 3.2 billion in the UK. Those are cool pieces of news, not necessarily any that you want to hard dig into. Just so you know, Microsoft invested 3.2 billion in accordance with the UK minister to train workforces to drive AI growth, as they say. This is a lot of money, of course. Just so you know, it's a quarter of what they invested in OpenAI. But this is at a country scale. It's so funny. It's so funny how sometimes you can see the difference of scales in private and public sector, right? The funding first announced at Summit hosted Prime Minister Rishi. Okay. Activision Blizzard. I didn't know they bought that. Microsoft will bring more than 20,000 of the most advanced graphic processing units to Britain Tech, which is key to machine learning and developing. Okay. A training plan. All right. I think this is the moment you want to train yourself as well. If you're not up to the task yet on your AI skills, there will be jobs. There will be jobs, of course. We're reaching the end of this live, guys. Here we are with the last piece. Let's cover it very quickly. So this thing is called multimodal AI. It's the scope of the thing. And overall, you have the image here of someone who is working in a workshop on a bike, right? And you have in real time data analysis of what's happening on the scene. Okay. All right, I just got why it's called Ego XO. It's called Ego XO because ego is like the point of view of the person and XO is like the point of view of what's external to the person. It's very interesting. So you have here a narrative description of what's happening on the screen, image recognition, live. This thing can describe what's happening on the scene, right? Atomic action descriptions, expert commentary, narrate and act. In a multimodal point of view, live thing. And all this data put together will just make it insanely easy for, if you reproduce this kind of experience and you nourish a model with overall bike reparation videos, you will end up having a model that is able to recommend while you are in your own workshop, that will tell you, no, this is not the tool that you want to use. You want to use that tool to actually repair your bike on that spot, very specific spot. Because it already has seen so many point of views of these kind of workshops that it will be able to recommend that. Well, Ego XO is the largest and most diverse multi-view dataset showing human experts around the world of performing a core set of skilled activities with unprecedented multi-modality, novel new video language resources and rich annotations. This is really cool. Like, this is really cool. This work is, how do we say that? ChatGPT broke through because they did an unprecedented, among other things, right? They invested and run an unprecedented training phase of their model, right? Their model had an unprecedented, ChatGPT 2 and then 3 had unprecedented level of training with such an amount of data that you had the feeling of that you could talk about anything with that language model. Now this thing has its limits, as in it could not read videos, for example. It could not read the actual act of repairing a bike. So if you just ask ChatGPT, look, at the moment I'm trying to repair my bike and I don't know what to do. It's getting closer because now you have vision, so you can show a picture of your bike and the ChatGPT could tell you, yeah, this is your bike. It's a nice bike, it's a red bike, I can describe the bike. But it doesn't have the knowledge to tell you, right, now move your hand to the right, grab that tool and grab the thing on your under the wheel and screw it back into that place. Like, it has nowhere near the ability to advise something like this. This thing is the future of how you want to train multimodal and much more precise models to actually help humans do stuff. How to save a life, how to secure, a piece of very sensitive hardware, how to repair your bike, anything like this. This is key. This is not much, right? It's just about one bike thing. But for now, as they say here, Ego XO 4D consists of more than 5,000 skills demonstrations captured from a first and third person perspective, featuring Meta audio devices and the egocentric sensor and GoPros. This equals 1,400 hours of video. Open access starts on 12/11. It's wow. It's really, really, really cool. Looking forward to this release. Actually, I'm going to pin this Ego 4D. Yes, you are followed. Ego 4D. No. Who were you? Ego 4 _D. Okay. Yes, I want to follow you, and this will be also bookmarked for future release. Add it to my sentence as well. Add to the folder. So this thing, and then it's the 8th. We want to cover that 2 weeks from now, which makes it the 15th of December. Okay, so we shall cover that because it's super interesting. This is the kind of work you need to step up at some point, the recommendations of any AI model. We are done with this weekly review of the news. Thank you so much for joining. There's a whole recording of this session that I will publish, of course. It was the second edition. So probably there are some adjustments to be made as well in terms of what I'm covering, how I interact with you, also logistic stuff. Can you hear me well? The room, the setup. If you have any type of recommendation, I'm learning so much these last weeks about AI, but also about communicating my journey on the networks like on TikTok, on Instagram. It's really cool. Whenever I receive a message about someone saying just, hey, keep going on, it's cool. Or if they say, dude, like really the sound of this last video was not well balanced, you have to work on that. Or the subtitles, I'm like, oh, right, thank you. So any kind of feedback is more than welcome. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I haven't a way of having people subscribing to anything, like to any newsletter, anything. So I shall probably work on that. But yeah, you can find me on TikTok, on Twitter, and or Instagram, whatever is your favorite one, at tt_build. And I'm posting content frequently about my progress in this AI journey. Thank you so much for joining, and I wish you a very nice Friday, very nice weekend. We see each other next Friday to catch up with the news. And in the meantime, if you have any super specific pieces of news that you see that you think it might be cool to cover them next Friday, ring me up. Would be more than happy to receive and cover that. Thank you so much. Have a nice Friday and weekend. Bye-bye. Yeah, Lil C, like amazing to see you here. The left one, the last one left. Thank you so much. That was a long session actually. Like I probably should shorten that a little bit, but yeah. Thanks so much.